it was a hot topic and people had a lot of opinions. I was able to use that poll to say, okay, people are curious in this topic. A lot of people commented. I was able to use their comments as
Yes.
proof in the episode. And I was able to provide statistics around this. And then what my point of view was on it. So ask these questions to your audience. Polls are a great way to really hear what they have to say. And it's so easy to do a poll. It's so easy to do a poll that it's not going to be hard for people to say no and not vote. So whether it's Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, polls are there. Use them.
Mm-hmm. I think they're a really great tool. I need to use them more for sure. You made me laugh earlier because you're like, I did this thing and I asked people if Threads was dead. And I remember having this conversation with you and I'm like, Threads? I did not adopt to that one. I wanted to see what would happen. I definitely stayed out of the race on that one and watched closely because I didn't know if it was going to go the same way as Clubhouse did. But the factors now are so different. Had Threads come out during the pandemic, I think it would be wildly successful and probably still like really, it had high numbers and then those dropped really quickly. But it didn't. It
Yeah.
came out now when things are busy and, I'm not sure people have the time to spend on it because it is a time suck to get into some of these platforms. So I decided not to do it. That was my choice.
Yeah.
But to each their own on their way of communicating with their audiences. I still think there's value, but I've decided to focus on the certain platforms that I on. And I actually want to come back to the question about podcasts for a second. In your opinion, because you've had so many podcasts and you have a really successful one with Rocky Mountain Marketing, what sets a really successful podcast apart as a lead generation tool that may not, that might be different than other podcasts?